morning, folks. Quick bit of action just as we went live there, a little bit early, but you know, if we're all set up, why not? Why not? That's what I say. Not bothered about rigid times, are we? Most of the time we're late, let's face it. EasyJet departure, electricity helicopter arrival. Right over the top of us there. Nice sight for us. Right. Just doing a little bit more setup stuff, guys. I am keeping an eye on the movements, so you won't miss anything, don't worry. Famous last words. Morning, Ruben. First to say hello on chat this morning. Very nice to have you here. May I also say I am already brewing the decision. That sounds a bit echoey, doesn't it? Let's cut that down a bit. 1 2 1 2. Already brewing the decision today to wear black jeans in this bright sunshine. Bright sunshine, which I don't think is going to last for long. In fact, we may need to waterproof soon, but we'll enjoy it while it lasts. Welcome to Bristol Airport. Currently sunny. As you can see over towards the airfield, though, much more cloudy. So those clouds look like they're coming our way. The wind is coming this way, of course, because we're on runway 27, westerly departures and arrivals. And as soon as we have any of those, we'll bring them to you. In fact, there is a EasyJet just behind the bush here, which you'll see shortly, due to depart. Details of that coming right up for you. So this EasyJet departure is off to Alicante. It's an A320 Neo, Golf Uniform Zulu, Hotel Oscar, and it's in a rush. Blimey. So busy looking up the information, it's just got past me. Relaxed as ever, Neo takeoff. My goodness, I'd love a Neo. So we've got a fairly empty airport at the moment, which we'll give you a view of in a minute. We'll just watch this one climb out for a second. Let's show you what we've got here at Bristol Airport. Jet 2 over there, 737-800. EasyJet in there, looks like a 320 or a 321 perhaps. And I think that's a 320 there. So look at the registration. TW, Tango Whiskey, I think that's an A320. So that's all, believe it or not, that is sat here in the airport right now, waiting to be dispatched. So we've got lots to come in if we're going to fill this airport up today. So as you know, that's what we like, the arrivals. So stand by for that. fire over here now. There was a fire last week, we've got a fire over here now. That one looks a little bit more controlled perhaps than it did last week, which I understand now to be Whitchurch Leisure Centre, which was abandoned. It wasn't used, so thank goodness. Yeah, that was a bit of drama last week, wasn't it? Inbound from Nice, probably be our next arrival, I think. And that's currently at 8,000 feet. We'll expect that in about 10 minutes or so. Let's give you a view of the airport again. So what's everybody been up to? How are you liking the random days for Planecaster? Just to keep you all on your toes. Might have a bit of that today, but reasonably quiet. Air traffic control. Keeping an eye on the weather here. If we have to suddenly sort of go waterproof, just bear with us. It'll involve lots of kerfuffle on the screen. I'll do our best to minimise disruption. Oh, get everything ready there now. Next arrival today, Nice, EasyJet. If you are tracking your registrations, that one is Golf Echo Zulu Uniform November. Not too much clear sky, so I haven't really got an opportunity to bring you passovers at the moment, but get the feeling today is quite changeable, so we'll see what happens. So good morning if you're with us. Do say hi. It's lovely to have your company today. At the moment you are watching scenes live from Bristol Airport, and we are Planecaster. Good morning. Let's have a look at your arrival information as well this morning. See what we've got going on for you. What you see on this chart is live arrivals only. Some of them may have already landed, as you will probably see. All of the data we get is supplied to us very kindly from our friends at Radar Box, and I would urge you, if you're on the lookout for a radar app, to download that from your App Store or your Play Store, depending on whether you're on Android or iOS, iPhone. And and see the facilities that has to offer. So actually this is Tango Bravo. I gave you the wrong registration earlier, sorry, I was zoomed in a bit too far with the heat haze. Easier to see there now. Tango Bravo is off to Pula this morning. It's 14-year-old A320 CEO. (1,428 kilometres). Pula is in Croatia, by the way, and the only reason I say that is because I've literally just had to look that up myself. Philippa B, it sounds like the dogs are after you. I tell you what, Philippa, it's you always get a lot of wildlife on this stream. That's one of the benefits of being here right next to Animal Farm, shall we say. No, we're near to our kennels here, and nice people, by the way, who run that. Very nice to us, and as a result you do get quite a bit of barking every now and again. That inbound is nearly shot past as I've been busy doing other things, so let's catch that for you now. Don't worry, Philippa, we're well protected from the doggies. Moody old skies today, as you can see. Crosswind, just a little bit from the south today. You could probably see that as the as that arrival was coming in. Just a very, very gentle wind. Regular viewers will probably notice it's, and those who know Bristol know this is actually very, very tame, in fact, for normal conditions here. With wind anyway across the Felton Common here. So this is a departure to Pula. I'll lose that for just a second and then bring that to you. Alison Tidy, good morning from Portishead, where I imagine, in fact I can almost confirm, it is as grey and weird as it is here this morning, Alison. Hope you're well. Nice to have you with us again. The only bit of blue sky round at the moment is there and there. Possibly a bit above us, but I can't get that high. My phone vibrates. Is that something telling me I'm about to get wet? No, actually it's telling me I'm about to go live. That's good news. We're about to go live, everyone. Becoming increasingly darker, while becoming increasingly brighter, if you can work that one out. As we get into autumn and winter, by the way, folks, we will see much more of the runway, don't worry. It's just a bit of summer growth. Quite low cloud there. It does point to it possibly being wet, which is something I need to be a bit prepared for today, I think. Welcome to the channel, folks. If you are new, please do press that subscribe button on the channel. It helps us get the message out to more and more aviation viewers and those fans of Bristol Airport. There's so many people who don't know we exist, so if you can do anything to help with that, spread the word and press that subscribe button, because that's one of the best things you can do for us. Thank you ever so much. Cost you nothing, means the world to us. Just a quick note to you, if you're watching on any of the other socials this morning, hello, it's lovely to have your company, and if you've spotted us for the first time, welcome along, and if you've been with us before, then welcome back. We are chatting today on YouTube, so I can't see your other messages in chat or that you post on the video threads until after the stream, I'm afraid. So if you wouldn't mind, please do come over to YouTube, say hello on there. And speaking of which, Love Aviation has joined us. Good morning, Keith, how you doing? It's great to have you with us. Hope everything is going well with you. Very empty airport at the moment. 3 planes in at the moment, so plenty of arrivals to come. I can confidently predict not that many departures. Next arrivals from Charles de Gaulle, A320, CEO, Echo Zulu Tango Golf. That one will be with us in about 5 minutes' time. Here is what you can expect today, folks, in terms of arrivals, thanks to our friends at Radar Box. We do have a chance of light rain in the next hour or so. So while we're a little bit quiet, I think what I'll do is just have a think about getting this weatherproof. This weather may well pass us by, but experience tells me it's good to be prepared. So, let's get this arrival first, folks. EasyJet to Pula has just flown over Allison. Fantastic stuff. Let's get the arrival that's just coming in now. Charles de Gaulle, this one. EasyJet. Just a tiny little crab there, as you can see. A tiny bit of reverse thrust there, I think. Right, folks, there's definitely moisture in the air, so you're going to have to bear with me a second, please. Sorry for the complete lack of views at the moment, folks. We're just putting on a rain cover. Might be more accurate to say I'm trying to put on the rain cover. I don't know why this is so particularly difficult today, more than usual. Don't know if we can bring this to you quickly. Little nudge there. Brilliant. Okay, just making myself weatherproof, folks. Or rather making the camera weatherproof. I don't matter so much. Right. That looks largely waterproof. I don't know if you're watching the stream whether because the camera kind of compensates for the light, but whether you can see how dark it suddenly got. It definitely feels like we may be having a drop or two, so got to be ready for it. Do some rabbit spotting while you're waiting for the plane, says Love Aviation. NJet Videos is here as well. Good morning, NJet. Lovely to have your company. Welcome back to the stream. Alright folks, we're ready to go. If there's a downpour, we're ready. Doesn't mean I won't moan about it, mind. Doesn't mean I won't moan about it. There's no guarantees with that, let's face it. Now, can't use my external monitor when we're on rain mode, so if the shots aren't quite as smooth, it's because I'm not really able to see what I'm taking pictures of. Only got a very, very tiny little viewfinder to rely on in this type of weather, so forgive me folks. Here it comes. Here comes the rain. Even the dogs are not happy about it. If you're wondering what on earth's going on, folks, it's just the sound of waterproofing. Nothing to worry about. Let's hope this is not too long and persistent and heavy. Right, according to my weather forecast, we have, let's have a look, drizzle. Yeah, that's a good description. That's a very good description, actually. For once, I have to say. Good morning, folks. You're with Planecaster. I thought we'd avoid this today. Apologies. Unfortunately, I haven't managed to get any control over the weather yet. It's a Planecaster, a wet, a slightly wet, a moist. Is that the right word? Some people don't know that word, do they? Bristol Airport, anyway. Watching while flying from Bangkok to LHR on Flight Sim. Fantastic stuff, NJet. What's your flight sim of choice? Are you an X-Plane man, or are you a Microsoft Flight Sim, or you go for one of the hardcore ones? Like the real hardcore ones that the pilots use, like the real flight sims use. I think like, isn't it ProFlight, something like that? Or am I thinking of something else? Actually, I think ProFlight might be a planning app. I've got my wires crossed there. You're looking at one of four aircraft in at the moment. 3 EasyJets, 1 Jet 2. And quick double check of that. Rain in, that's good. The rain's stepping up a little bit now. Sunny in South Devon, says Anne-Marie Stanley. Do you know the downside of that is this weather is coming from like the west / north, northwest or what yeah, something like that. South. So it's not really coming from your direction, sadly. Oh yeah, the rain has stepped up a bit now. I'm sure you can hear that yourselves. I'll have to just cover over the viewfinder just for a second. I'll leave you on this EasyJet on the ramp. So this is a bit easier for us to broadcast. Now today I was at the end of this broadcast going to test a new method of broadcasting, as I've been tinkering and I have found what I believe to be an effective way of going live from my phone, but through the existing stuff here, not direct to YouTube, as that's always a bit of a mess, as we found when we tested it last time, but via the existing system I'm using, but using the phone as a camera, which means I can broadcast in any weather, because my phone, like most these days, is completely waterproof, and although you might get a bit of water on the lens, of course, but you've just got to knock that off. But you know, that affords extra opportunities when I can't take all the gear with me as well. So I want to try and give that a little bit of a test later. If the bad weather continues, I might be testing that sooner than we think. There's a nice little shot for you. I'm using one device now for all the data feed, so if I don't answer that quick, forgive me. So Anne-Marie, how sunny are we talking? Are we talking like Mediterranean levels, you're out in the garden, bikini on, or is it kind of just warm enough and not raining, which of course we would all pass as a British summer? If it's not raining, that's like, well, summery today, isn't it? Kind of thing. Ah, right, Microsoft on console or refs on mobile. Don't know refs, but yeah, Flight Simulator 2020 on Xbox. That's an amazing game. I had a period of time with a virtual reality headset during lockdown, and that game, when it came out, which was a bit later in the year, 2020, and my goodness, I lost some hours on that. What a game. Played in VR is just incredible. Right, looks like I've got a second to tell you that if you are flying from Bristol Airport in the near future, then there's two really good things on the Bristol Airport website. You need to sign up for their email. It's really easy to do. Just go to the Bristol Airport website and you'll probably see a reference to it there. Otherwise, you'll see it come up. You'll see it probably pop up and invite you to join. Essentially, you can get 15% off any of the airport parking. Don't pay full price, folks. And you may choose not to park at the airport. You may choose to park at any of the third-party places, of course. I know that feeling. I know how that goes, but once you've got 15% off airport prices, do check. You might find it's more competitive to park on the airport, which is a much nicer experience for you. You haven't got to wait for the vans and things like that, so depending on where you are. So it's well worth having a look at that, 15% off. But the other thing that caught my eye, which I really like the sound of, was some money off of the lounge. So if you're travelling away and you decide to use one of the lounges, they've both been refurbished here at the airport now. What did I see here? Let me just see. I saw some deal which was really nice. %off, there you go. Lounges in August and September. Now your lounges are not cheap for good reason, but 10% off won't go down too bad, will it? It's the Escape and the 1903 lounges. If you've never tried a lounge before, perhaps your next trip is the time to do it. You get a amazing round of food and drink, all seasonally selected, it's all complimentary. Dedicated quiet zones where you can relax, and you've got, of course, free Wi-Fi and all important charging points, so you can make sure you've got some power in your phone so you can play your games or listen to your music or whatever you want to do when you're on the plane. Pretty compelling offering. You'll find all that at the Bristol Airport website, and no, sadly, I am not on commission. Lord Darlow's joined us. Jesus still isn't at Bristol. No. Jesus, the words Jesus and other words along with it are regularly mentioned due to the weather today, but no, absolutely not. We haven't seen Echo Zulu Uniform Zulu Sierra. Yeah, that is the plane that we want to look for. The holy one, the big cheese. So subs just come out in Manchester. Good news from Love Aviation. That's good. And Lord Darlow is in Darlaston, I think you said last week. Bit of blue sky out in the front with some sun, but mostly clouds. Okay. Well, I can tell you that the rain seems, for now, to have stopped. I don't think it's safe to go rainless yet. But I will monitor the situation. Sorry that you've joined us in a quiet spot. But don't worry, things are happening. I can see lots of lovely planes on the way to us. In fact, let me share those with you now, in case you didn't see it earlier. Next arrival looks to be around 11:42. So Darlo, when you say we, are you talking Birmingham? Are you nailing your colours to the Birmingham as actually nearest airport? Right, folks, I need to take a call. 1 second. Hello? Hello? How you doing? You okay? Yeah, not too bad. Sorry about that, folks. 10 minutes time then it looks like we're expecting an arrival from Palma. I can see that's over the Mendip Hills now, just making a southerly pass the airport and then be turning 180. Currently at 7,100 feet that is. Tuesday definitely proving to be a bit quieter than some of the other days that we've broadcast from here at the airport. It's all very interesting. Let's all send the sun to Planecaster, says Love Aviation. I'm all for that. I'm absolutely all for that. Don't send money, send the sun. So Darlow says Birmingham doesn't have a EasyJet base yet. Next year then hopefully we'll get Jesus. If you get Jesus there first, Darlow, I'll be fuming, absolutely fuming. I'm not going to come up to Bristol Airport because I think Kev's got that one pretty well sewn up. Mr. Airport Action, check him out on YouTube if you haven't done so already. But perhaps he'll catch it if that indeed happens. Lord Darlow, don't judge your southwest by the Darlaston standards. It's all very safe around here, you know. It's lovely. Especially Portishead. Blimey. Darlow, you look like you're repeating yourself on my chat now. You must be getting away. You must be getting old before your time. Oh, so Wolves got done in, did they? I don't tend to follow football much, I'll be honest with you. The football team I followed most in my life, and it was purely because I chose to live down there during a part of my life, was Torquay United. I've seen them promoted and I've seen them relegated. It's nice to have an even experience of it all, isn't it? Right, folks, I am going to take a little gamble. On things here. Come out of rain mode into sunshine mode again. Let's see if this works. It does feel like it's that's it for the time being anyway. We're in half rain mode, just in case. Right. The monitor is back on, which makes it a lot easier for me to film more accurately on a bigger screen. Right, there we are. Just bring it back over there. Get a bit more visibility. Okay. Crikey, look now, we've got something coming in here, high. Looks like a glider. No, it's not a glider. Look really weird from that angle. We won't see much more of that, I'm afraid, due to the current level of plumage. Adam Sereno, welcome to the channel. Just subscribed, thank you very much. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't already done so, do press that button. I can't say welcome to everybody, as I always make a point of saying, because unfortunately I just don't see the name of everybody, which must be a privileges thing or something like that. So apologies for that, but you are very welcome here. If you're new to us today, please do press that subscribe button, and I hope that I can bring you many more great streams and you're able to join us. Pop out the radio again on quietly. I ordered a new rain cover, by the way. This is like from Amazon, the people who are normally absolutely spectacular at these sort of things in terms of delivery speed. And we've all had a great Amazon story, haven't we? Ordered it in the morning, turned up in the evening. But blimey, I ordered this thing and it's already been in transit for 14 days. Must be coming from the back of beyond. Okay, our next arrival is here. Along with the Bristol chorus. My radar app has not caught up on this one, so I can't tell you what it is. Apart from the fact it looks like an EasyJet. Okay, I can see it now. This is the Palmer inbound Echo Zulu Romeo Yankee. And it's an A320 CEO, current engine option, not a NEO in other words. Lovely gentle arrival there. Right, that brings the total of planes here at Bristol Airport today, now that one has landed, to 5. You can't possibly see, let's have a look, 1, 2, 3, maybe you can see the 4 there. No, you can't. There's 3. There's another one basically. Oh, there you go. You can see all 4. So that brings a total to 5. Much quieter today. Let's have a look. Because that one that just landed, let's have a look at the history of that plane recently, see what it's been up to. There's a Merthier to Bristol, just south of Plymouth at the moment. That will be here in approximately 25 minutes. The Palmer to Bristol is behind it, that's a Tues, 737 MAX 8. And the Roost to Bristol is also behind that, and that is another 737 MAX 8 with Tues. So, in fact, there's a Girona to Bristol that's just left the French coast, so there's plenty on its way. Perhaps our timing today is not quite optimum. That's the one that just landed, of course. Echo Zulu Romeo Yankee. The heart in the corner of live chat, Lord Darlow, is something that I just do not know what that is for. I can see it as well. Lots of arrivals coming up in the 12 o'clock hour actually. We'll bring them up on screen for you in just a second. Bubbly old clouds over here. Look at these. Pretty spectacular. We always get asked this. This is Felton Common, folks, and you can come here. Anybody can come up here. It's public land, and you've got great views over the airport. You can't go in the field in front of me. That is private land, so you need to be very, very respectful of that. There is a wall to stop you, but apparently that hasn't stopped some people in the past. So don't be going over there, whatever you do. But, yep, anybody can come up here to Felton Common and enjoy the great views over the airfield. In winter you'll see a bit more. You'll also freeze to death, mind. So it's not all swing, it's not all loveliness. It swings and roundabouts, I think is what I'm trying to say there. Right, give me just a second, folks. I've got a very quick email I just need to respond to about filming from another airport. Looks like a departure getting ready. It's just out of your view at the moment, but as soon as it comes into view, I'll make sure you can see it. Right, next departure here from Bristol Airport, which is a mixture of sunshine and showers today. Looks to be heading for Inverness. Golf Echo Zulu Tango Golf is the registration, A320 CEO. Should just be to your right here. This will be a short journey of 691 kilometres. Looks like it's got a block time of 1 hour and 25 minutes, but I suspect it will probably come in a little bit under that, based on any of the other Scottish trips that I've done myself. Amsterdam service is also warming up now. Echo Zulu Tango Charlie, another A320 CEO. And then in terms of arrivals, definitely quite a few heading up over Devon now, over North Devon, so on their way, so plenty to see. You will see that departure again in just a moment, the Inverness one. How on earth are you folks? This is Danny, the channel is Planecaster, and welcome along. We're live from Bristol Airport this morning. It's just gone 5 to midday. We're just waiting for a departure to Inverness to appear very, very shortly from behind this bush. I'm going to show you these clouds again. They are absolutely beautiful. I don't know if they're coming across as vivid as they are for me, as they're coming across on the stream, but this bank of cloud along here, just beautiful as the sunlight is catching it. Cracking stuff. Aviation crew, hiya. You deserve more subs. Aviation crew, that is very, very kind of you to say. Thank you very much. Thank you. I cannot wholeheartedly agree with you. For some reason, I think I seem to stay under the radar. I don't know what it is. Don't know what I'm doing wrong, but maybe it's just not so much interest in Bristol as there is in some of the other big places. But yeah, welcome along to the stream anyway. It's great to have you here. Hope you're all doing well there. Right, confidence is rising in the weather. Just going to take this coat off. She's likely to make it immediately rain again. Right, put that away. I'd say a big thank you, because I don't get a chance to say this very often, to Love Aviation, who is our brilliant moderator on the channel. Thank you ever so much for your help. It's brilliant having you here. I really appreciate the good work you do. Thank you. I know Love Aviation trying to get his own channel off the ground soon. Can't wait to see some of your footage from up there. I know you've been going through some extensive testing like I did. in the beginning, so we'll look forward to seeing you the results of that. Right, here's your Inverness departure now, CEO A320. Aviation crew. Oh, you're live now in MS Flight Sim as well. Oh, okay. One of our other viewers is on that at the moment. And you go live in Bristol sometimes. Fantastic. Well, everybody, if you love your Bristol Aviation, then get onto Aviation Crew's YouTube channel there, and make sure you press that subscribe button. It's great to be bringing aviation live from Bristol to you. Here at Planecaster, we're here every week. Day is changing at the moment because I've got some free time on my hands. That's likely to probably go to be a bit more regimented soon. It's something a bit different. Just see if I can find this one on the scope. Just a moment, folks. This is off to Toulon. It's a Bombardier Challenger 350. The registration of this one is Charlie Sierra Charlie Hotel Mike. Do have an arrival coming in though. That's nearly sneaked in there. Let's catch that for you. Where's that gone now? Sorry, folks. It's so good to get to winter and get a bit more visibility of the runway from here. Okay, the Challenger that we were talking about is just there on the right of your screen. We'll be coming around into our view in just a second. That inbound was from Rome. Echo Zulu Bravo Hotels, the registration. That's an A319, a little baby one. Two arrivals in reasonably close succession. One will be 3 minutes away and the other one, 5 minutes away, and the other one's about 10 minutes away, I would say. Here's your Challenger though, we won't see much of it until it's up in the air, but we'll try and follow it out. Looks like a bumpy old sky there if you have to turn right after takeoff. You'll see what I mean in just a second. There you go, we don't see many T-tails, rear engine planes here. But as that one climbs away, we do have another arrival for you. Very, very shortly, it's just about to appear. In fact, it has just now popped through the clouds. So let's bring that to you. This one is an EasyJet A320, it's Echo Zulu Tango Victor, and it's on its way in from Murcia. Don't know if Mick Hardy has joined us on the channel today, but that's his local airport, Corvera Airport. Used to be San Javier, of course, if you know that area. Aviation crew, why don't you go to Winters Lane South? Much better view, you get 20 foot from the planes. Well, you're quite right, of course, but aviation crew, that will only be good for us when it's 09 departures and arrivals, because then they taxi right past. So Winters Lane South is where you will find me these days when we are on 09s, but we've got a little period, sustained period of 27 at the moment, and I've been here anyway. You can't beat these views for arrivals. I suppose you've got the planes coming past after they've landed. I would take your point there. But what we love is where the planes are heading up to the runway to take off, especially if there's a queue of them. Quite often you get a little wave, which is quite nice. Right, going to turn the camera around this way because I think it won't be long before we've got another one popping through. I'll just double check that. Yeah, Palmer service. This is a Tues 737 MAX 8. Hopefully you'll notice that different engine noise when it comes in. Mark Yaxley, welcome to the channel. Great to have you here with us. Thanks very much for joining us. First stream for me. Well, you are very, very welcome. Love the fact that new people are finding us today. That's always great. If you are new to us, do press that subscribe button though, folks. It does so much good for us. More than you can possibly imagine, so it won't cost you anything, but if you could press that button if you are new to the channel, it's brilliant for us and it helps spread the word. Thank you. Here's a 737 MAX 8. We haven't seen one of these today so far. Bit of vapour in the air, look, you can see there, coming off the trailing flaps. Whoops. Nearly fell over with the tripod there. All part of the service. There you go. So I said we needed a few more arrivals. Airport was practically empty. Where's that gone now? There we are. That's the one I wanted to get. The one that landed before, the one that just landed. Bit of moisture in the air again, hopefully no worse than that. Another arrival on its way in, folks. Suddenly it's quick fire here at Bristol Airport, so often the way. One week tomorrow I go to Tyler John. Yeah, we're going to try and catch that. What time is your flight, please? Can you tell me? We're going to try and catch that for you. And Mark Yaxley, thank you so much. Aviation crew, how'd you get so many people watching? Oh, this is, I guess people just find us on the feeds. Oh, definitely a little bit of rain again now. This is not ideal. Let me just quickly do this, folks. Catch this arrival, we might have to weatherproof up again. Another 737 MAX 8, another Tues. Wait all day for one, get two along at the same time. Brilliant. We're not complaining. Welcome along to the channel, folks. It's Planecaster. I'm Danny, here from Bristol Airport once a week, and other airports, as we can make that happen. Oh, it's looking a bit busier there now, but plenty of space for more. Let me just give you an idea what's going on. Let's have a quick look at the chat first. So you're out at 3:05 p.m. That's your scheduled departure, Tyler. Okay, no problem. Aviation crew's going to Greece a week today. Are you coming from here, Aviation crew, or from another airport? And hello, Sarah Hutchinson. Good afternoon. There's a Girona to Bristol with Ryanair turning on to approach, and we will see that one in about 3 minutes. And behind that is a Malaga service. That's about another 10 minutes away. That's with EasyJet. So we haven't actually seen a Ryanair come in yet. That will be the first today that we've seen anyway. Quarter past 12. And just in case you didn't know where you were, folks, you're live with Planecaster. Good afternoon. Eyes to the sky for the next arrival, the Ryanair. This one's from Girona, 2,700 feet as we speak. Echo India hyphen Delta Yankee Victor is the registration of this one. I think we'll see this one in first, and then I think we'll have an arrival which is just holding short of the runway, and that EasyJet departure is off to Olbia, which I think is Italy, isn't it? Echo Zulu uniform November for that one. Right now though, let's catch this arrival. It's just about there, I believe. So you get a lock on that area. Oh, Aviation crew's flying from Gatwick. Okay, fair enough. Can't help you with that one at the moment. Tyler John, if it's 27, can you go to Winters Lane? Now, do you mean this is 27 the way we are now? Is that what you're referring to? What I might do for you is do our regular stream, then drive down there and just do your bit, and I can do your bit on the new technology I've got on the phone. But we'll try that out later, actually. A little bit more about that coming up later. Right now, no. Ryanair 737-800 in from Girona. Sounds like minimal reverse thrust there from the inbound Ryanair from Girona. And here's the outbound now to Olbia. And it's an A320 CEO, this one. I'll come back to the chat in a moment, folks. Just seems to be quite a bit going on at the minute, which we're certainly not complaining about. This EasyJet just waiting for the Ryanair to clear, which you can just see up there is doing so, has done so. There's another inbound, so this EasyJet will need to get a move on now. The inbound is coming from Malaga. It's another EasyJet 320. So one leaves. You have to quickly swing it around because one's arriving. Actually got a bit of rain at the moment, not a lot I can do for a second. Annoyingly. Let's just put a, don't know if that's going to work. Just bear with me, folks, we're doing a little bit of rain prevention again. It's ironic because we've got blue skies above us, but it's just a little drop that's come down in the meantime. Right. Quick look at the chat. Yeah, so 2-7 is how we're looking at it now. So if I'm at Winter's Lane, I'm just going to see the plane coming past me when it takes off. Is that what you're after? If it's 09, then I can see you when you come taxiing past for takeoff, and we'll see the start of your takeoff roll at Winter's Lane. Aviation crew says, favourite plane A320-200. Now, do you prefer a CEO or an NEO? Or a NEO, I should say. Love Aviation has just been checking to see if he's got any bacon left. Oh, bad news, there's a pot noodle. Yeah, blimey, Lord Darlow. Bacon is the way forward. Who was asking about the pop-ups? Oh yeah, the date, time and thingy and date at the top. Aviation crew. And how is that alert there? It's really cool. So it's the result of a lot of hard work, if I may say so. Let's catch this helicopter, look. Working with our friends at Radarbox, who very kindly give us access to their API to be able to put out some data and then some quite complex coding to try and intercept inbound traffic. Doesn't always get it right, as you probably spotted. In terms of the timing, it's meant to come up beside the plane as it's landing, but we've had some trials and tribulations. Anyway, the good news is we've got some new code to try very, very soon. Can't wait to bring that to you. That will allow us to do some other pretty cool stuff as well, which is all part of the Planecaster experience, part of what I wanted to bring to you on this channel that's a little bit different to the other brilliant streamers that are out there. Wind is getting up a little bit now, as you can hear. Folks, don't forget, if you go to the Bristol Airport website and you're flying out of Bristol Airport soon, there's 10% off lounges, which have both been refurbished and are all new and shiny, and also 15% off airport parking, official airport parking. So it's well worth checking, because who in this climate wants to pay full price for anything, I ask you? Yeah, Lord Darlow, a lot of hard work, many hammers. You're absolutely right there. So the Olbia flight that just took off is just over Allison. Fantastic. And, as you can see, blue skies, folks. As maybe you can't see. Now you can see, look, blue skies. So if there's anything passing over that takes your fancy, let me know and I'll try and catch it. Welcome to our new subscriber, Sir Sadik. And apologies, I can't mention everybody. I don't get told about all the new subscribers, just some of them. So I will always mention the ones I see. Massive welcome to you. Another 6 of you have joined today. I see the fire crews going across the runway up here. Way back from their little sortie. Looks like a departure to come soon here. Would I say that? Unless it's an arrival that's just come in and taken a particularly interesting route. We shall see in a second. Let's bring up some arrivals information for you folks so we know where we are. Looks like our next one's at 12:38. Yeah, that was an arriving traffic, just took an interesting route, I think. Or it's a gate move, one of the two. Something a bit different. So Tyler, you're on the left side, row 26. Yeah, sure thing. So runway 27 will be ideal for you. You can give us a little wave out the window. That would be amazing. So 305, and then can you pop your flight number on here as well? That would be ideal. I can refer back to it then. Or tell us who you're travelling with. There won't be that many with the same airline, will there? It's got a nice little bit of segregation. Your Jet 2 there. Obviously the EasyJet's a bit of an outlier. We'll stick our Tues up here and the Ryanairs. And then it's EasyJet land. I don't know if that's a, I don't know if anybody working at the airport can tell us if that's a formal intention, but that is definitely something I've noticed. I mean, I like everybody else, have walked to the end of that really long pier to get on an EasyJet, but the one that goes up far away from here up to the, you know, like, how am I trying to describe? Up to about there, right to the end. But it just seems like EasyJet seem to clump down here now, on the whole. And then the other airlines sort of go up the other way. Is that intentional, or is that just something that happens through pure chance? Be interested to know. Well, it is now turned. It has now turned into a beautiful day. We've got an arrival coming in. I was just going to take the rain cover off again, but no time. So let's get this for you first. Above that tree there. How many stream lights can we get today, folks? If you could press that button on the like, although more importantly, if you haven't done so already, press that subscribe button, as our good friend Love Aviation says. Makes all the difference to us. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Next time you press the subscribe button on somebody's channel, you probably don't realise just how much of a good thing that you're doing for them there. You might be doing it because you want to see the content again and you want to be reminded of it. Absolutely fine. But in terms of what you do for the broadcaster, for the channel owner, amazing stuff. Thank you. So this looks like our first Jet 2 arrival of the day that we've seen. A little bit more crosswind now, but nothing that is causing any particular problem for anybody. A little bit of reverse thrust, we haven't heard much of that today. The plane that just landed was Golf Juliet Zulu Bravo Oscar. Golf Juliet Zulu Bravo Oscar. Here's some details of where that plane has been recently. Oh, you're going on EasyJet. Okay, EasyJet to Antalya. Antalya. I always say that word wrong. No problem. I've taken a snapshot of that. Thank you very much, Tyler. We'll be there. Barring any unforeseen circumstances, we will do next Wednesday. Right. I think I've got a second. So bear with me, folks. I'm just going to take the rain cover off. I think we better keep that around. I won't guarantee anything today. Nice field. Let's come out. Camera moved. Sorry, folks. It's 12:35 on Tuesday, the 15th of August. Here live from Bristol Airport. I'm Danny. This is Planecaster, and welcome. Arrivals to come. Not too long away. I think our next one is in about 2 minutes. In fact, you know what? I'm good to my word. I'm good to my word, because here it is right now. Should we see how far we can go in on digital? Won't look very good. Got wheels down yet, look. Wow. Wheels. That is pretty neat, isn't it? Hold it there for a minute. Tyler John says, cannot wait to be on a plane. It's been 4 years. I hope you have the most amazing time, amazing holiday, but obviously the best flight as well. EasyJet will look after you right, don't worry. Hopefully you get to go on Neo. Does make sense for the airlines to put those models on those routes, as they're a bit further. Wonderful stuff. Another arrival into Bristol Airport. Airport looking quite a lot busier now than it was when we got here this morning. We were down to 3 at one point. Philippa B says, my daughter works at the airport. She seems to think it depends on the size of the aircraft as to where they're forced. Ah, okay, brilliant. Where they're boarded, sorry. Thank you, Philippa, that's brilliant. Your daughter must love her work. What a great job to work at the airport. If you love your planes, then you're going to love your job, aren't you? Back from eating wasn't bacon. Bad luck, love aviation. Oh, but sorry, bad luck, Lord Darlow. Tomato soup? Mm. Oh, no. See, I've lost interest, Lord Darlow. You're talking about cheese. Can't stand cheese. I know I'm probably one of the only 6 people in the world who doesn't like cheese. But no, that does not interest me one bit. Looks like 12:54 is our next arrival. That will be a Jet 2 1872 service from Palma de Mallorca. Also seeing some arrivals throughout the 1 o'clock hour, 10 past 1, 20 past 1, 25 past and 22. So plenty more to come on our stream here at Planecaster, probably here for about another hour or so. And thanks for joining us today. It's been absolutely brilliant. And yeah, don't go anywhere. Right now though, I think I'll have a drink of water, if that's all right with you. Excuse me 1 second, I've just cut the microphone off so you don't have to hear the gurgling. Lovely. Looks like another departure in just a moment. See if I can fit this banana in just before that. Actually, another arrival in from Palma de Mallorca, as advertised. That will be here in about 3 minutes' time. Before that, a departure to Amsterdam. Okay, so as that one departs into that rather grumpy looking cloud, has to be said, you have another arrival for you. Another Jet 2, and this one's in from Palma. quite a bit of Palmer action today, isn't there? Obviously the busy summer holidays, so the Baleric's doing roaring business. Ultra cute dogs that just come past me. Jet to arrival from Palmer. Safely into Bristol Airport. Speaking of Jet 2, here's one that arrived earlier. Busy being serviced. See if I can catch the rest of my banana before anything else happens. Aviation crew says you don't like cheese. I know. Lord Darlow says my dad doesn't like tomatoes, yet he likes Heinz or any good tomato soup. Danny, your days of going to the moon are over. It's made of cheese. Yeah, absolutely. What about mozzarella? That's still cheese, aviation crew. Come on. Can't stand it. How do you eat pizza? Well, I'll tell you what I do. And this was confirmed to me in Italy that it was perfectly okay to ask for a red pizza, which is just pizza with a tomato base without the cheese. See? It's lovely. Lord Darlow will eat anything, yet I'm skinny. Let me tell you something, Lord Darlow. I used to be like that once. It doesn't last. Enjoy it while it lasts. See you soon, love aviation. Just give me one moment, folks. Lovely to have some water. Have to go easy on it up here. That's why I haven't had any for a couple of hours after getting here, because, well, the obvious really. It's not exactly lined up with facilities here, as you might imagine. Okay, I'm just trying to sort something on the camera here, so apologies if the picture is slightly wonky. It won't be a second. There's a little hood I've got for my monitor that's clipped off and it needs to go into place. Well, now I've managed to get the other side wrong as well, so at least it's consistent, eh? Never mind. Right. Bit grey again over here, hopefully not threatening in terms of water. Precipitation. I've got a little working theory that it might be that they put the planes all together because all the amazing people who work at Bristol Airport and they have to do all that boarding of the flights, perhaps they are just fed up walking. Let's face it, you must put on some shoe leather if you walk here. Must get some miles in. Next arrival for you folks. This is Planecaster live from Bristol Airport. This that you are looking at now is impossible for me to tell you at the minute because my radar app has just had a little flap, so bear with me. What are we looking at here? 737 is it? Or is it an airbus? Oh yeah, Jet 2 isn't it? Sorry folks. I mean, the EasyJet divide just looks brilliant now, doesn't it? EasyJet land, the rest of everybody else land. Brilliant. Just wait for that to appear. Cheese tastily the other day. Put a whole block of mozzarella. Really? Oh my goodness me. That sounds like my worst nightmare. Just give me a bit of toast. Peanut butter on the toast. That'll do. That'll do very nicely. I mean, I'm going to offend you even more now and tell you I've had a lasagna without cheese. It'll drive you crazy. Nobody gets it. Nobody gets this dislike for cheese. It just seems to be me. Hey folks, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I'm Danny. We are Planecaster, and weekly we are live from Bristol Airport and looking at other airport options all the time. So if you can, press that, and if you don't mind, just press that subscribe button. It won't cost you anything. I mean, if you want to send bundles of money, you can, but you just need to press subscribe. That's all you need to do. And it is brilliant to have you with us, and thank you for pressing that subscribe button, because it makes all the difference to us channel operators who are desperately trying to get our audience up and bring our stuff to wider audiences and wider people, lots of people who'd like to see this stuff. There's so many people who don't know Bristol Airport has regular streams. another one. It's gone to rest of the airline land. She'll call it the west side. Do I? Oh no, Lord Darlow, you're going to get me now. Do you like cheese flavoured crisps like Watsits, Quavers and cheese and onion? Yes, I do. Lasagna without cheese, you're a menace to society. To be honest, that's not the first time that's been said. Inbound service from Split, Golf Echo Zulu Papa Delta for EasyJet A320 CEO will be with us in about 6 minutes. It's currently just to the north of Cologne, not far from Bath. Tyler, I think it will be on a 320 CEO. Well, that may be the case, but you never know. Neos return much better fuel economy if they're on the longer journeys, just simply because they're burning more fuel. Aviation crew, can you stream at Gatwick on the 30th? That's when I'm landing. Drop your flight details on here. I'm struggling with Gatwick at the moment. I've got a spot, but it involves me having to walk about 2 miles to get to it. And the problem is I have a lot of equipment in order to have to broadcast. Now, I do have alternate options, which I am seriously thinking could be okay for Gatwick. What I don't have if I do that is a big zoom. So you're not going to get maybe such close-ups. Does Danny like cheesecake? Yeah, they are. I do like cheesecake most of the time, yeah. Unless someone goes out of their way to go, you do know that's got cheese in it, and then all of a sudden I don't like it. Explain that one. But I do try cheese on a regular basis, I can absolutely assure you. And it's disgusting every time. Just cannot stand it. Cannot stand the texture, or when it hits the tongue. Ugh. No. Ah, Tyler John, 320 Neo. Yeah, I think you're going to be on a Neo. That would be my early guess. Maybe even a 321 if it's a busy route. So that inbound now is coming in from Split, Croatia, and that will be with us in about 5 minutes. It's Echo Zulu Papa Delta, if you didn't catch that registration. Golf Echo Zulu Papa Delta. Should we see what that's been up to? Golf Echo Zulu Papa Delta. So before we see it land, let's see where it's how many miles it's done recently. Now, aviation crew, I've been wanting to get to do Gatwick for ages, and I did a little recce mission, and the spot is brilliant, and you can get to the spot illegally in about 5 seconds, or if you want to do it legally, and I'm only really interested in doing these things properly, then you have to do it across a field. And there is a farmer based at Gatwick. I don't know the details of that farmer in order to ask permission. When I do, I will. and hopefully that'll be a bit easier. Now I can see, if you can see it, they're just turning on there. Oh, it's already turned on. Okay, ignore that. It looked like it was a bit of an illusion for me. It looked like it was doing a turn. Always great to catch planes in a turn, especially when they're turning on to approach. Anyway, we got it. Tyler, you should definitely do that. Definitely do that. They're apparently on the ground. They're more than happy to help. At the end of the flight, anyway. I think I wouldn't ask at the start, because I think it's always a bit too busy for them. However, if there's a delay, if you're sat on the plane and there's a delay, then it's yeah, it doesn't hurt to ask at all. I haven't done that since I was a kid, yet now I'd appreciate it more than ever, and I'm always a little bit too hesitant to do it. Mainly because my missus is like, come on, let's get on holiday. And she has a fair point. I love the only noise we got there in the brakes, was squeaky brakes. I'd like to think that was that plane, but I'm not sure it was. I think it might have been something on the road in front of us going past. How are we doing, folks? What day is the 30th? Which day of the week, Aviation Crew? Because you know SDTV there every Thursday. "13 new subscribers have joined us today. Thank you and welcome to each and every one of you. Real pleasure to have you with us. And if you have just joined us, haven't pressed that button yet, won't cost you anything. Please do press that subscribe button on the YouTube channel and you'll be doing us a great favour. You press that like button while you're there as well on the stream, that'll do even better. Don't know how we're doing. Let's have a look how we're doing. Oh, 44 likes, that's great stuff. Thank you, folks, that's brilliant. Again, the more times you press that, you see, it then spreads it out to other people, so other people get to watch the stream as well. Tyler, I was going to ask before takeoff, I guess if you board the plane early, I don't know, my gut feeling is they're always very, very busy at the start of the flight, but they've got a little bit of time at the end. But yeah, it doesn't, I mean, nobody ever died from asking, did they? So it's worth asking. Let us know how you get on though, we would love to know, and if you get any photos, it would be brilliant to see them. We have another arrival now. Swing this round for you. So it's just come through the moody cloud. This inbound's come from Amsterdam. It's the Embraer 190 from KLM, 2,000 feet. Possibility of rain again, I think. Not from what you see there, as that's already gone past, but from what's above my head at the moment, or just to the slight south of me. Sorry, folks. Bit of smell of tyre rubber there. I think the last one to land might have left a bit on the runway. So the Embraer is a little bit of a smaller plane, as you can see, picking up a little bit more bumps up there. More turbulence on the final approach here. Nothing they can't handle though. KLM, they'll be used to far worse than this, especially landing into Amsterdam. So this segregation of planes again just gets better and better. Look. 5 there, EasyJet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there, not EasyJet. 7. Another one up there. Look. Let's see where the Ryanair's going. See if they break the sequence. Look, Ryanair is now breaking the sequence. Unless, of course, the Ryanair is taken off, and I've mistaken that for one of the aircraft that landed. In which case, it's not bucking the trend at all. Yes, it's off to Palma. My apologies, folks. This is Echo India Delta Yankee Victor, the registration of this one, 737-800. Aviation credits on a Wednesday. Oh, that's a shame. That's your flight there, is it? Okay. Well, look, if there's any opportunity for me to use that as a proving ground for Gatwick, I will do so. going to go into the grumpy cloud. There they go. Engulfed. Right. Now, how are we doing? Right, I'm going to do a little trial here, folks. I'm going to just see first of all if the fitment I've got here might enable me to make this easier. Let's just see. I leave the airport in vision there for a second. You can help me with an exclusive trial as you're currently tuned in here at Planecaster. 39 of you at the minute. Thank you, welcome. Welcome to the fun. Right, so how would that go on there? Just a second. We've got a bit of an experiment to conduct. Not quite up there with that Doc Brown experiment from Back to the Future, not quite as complex as that. But still nonetheless very important. If I can find a button. Yes, there it is, right, okay. So, that would go on like that. And then that would be in there like that. Just trying to see if I can mount this device I've got here. Oh no, that doesn't work because you can't see anything out of there. Or there. No, that's a stupid idea. Or maybe I can do it that way. Also a stupid idea. Right, okay. I'll have to do it handheld. Folks, what I'm going to do now is something a little bit different. I just want to switch over to another camera. Now there's not a lot going on at the minute. So what we'll do, we'll switch over now and then we'll come back to the regular system. Aviation crew, I'll have to explain that another time, it's quite complex. If you want to reach out to me, contact at planecaster.uk, I'll be happy to share some information. What I'm going to try and do now is switch over to my phone. Actually, we do have a departure. Now, I don't have a zoom on the phone, but I do have some good stability control, and it's a great camera on here. So the ability to be able to do this is great for me. So what I want to do is just try this and see how I get on with it and see what your feedback is on it, folks. So if you bear with me, the screen will go black and then you will see it come back with the feed. Here we go. Right, folks, we're on a phone now. The audio is going to be very different. But I'm interested to know how you find things. Obviously, I can move around. And then what I can do is also zoom in reasonably capably here. And I could use the microphone I use on the other camera on this with a little bit of adjustment. So let's watch this take off and then we'll go back to the other camera. It won't be as steady because I'm just hand holding this one. There we are, folks. How's that looking? The sky looks bluer, that's for sure. Not sure if you're getting these pictures in HDR. Guess we'll find out when I review it. There's a quick zoom over there. Right. Bear with me, folks. We're going to go back to the regular gear, which is sitting here. Right, 1 second, folks. Hopefully we're back now. We'll just see. Right, hopefully we're back. Paul Cole's watching. Thank you very much for your feedback there. Much appreciated. So you should be back with us on here now. Oh, screen's gone blank. Why is that? Oh, right. Yeah, Darlo, I did catch the ladies' game the other day. Or a little bit of it anyway. I will try and catch it, absolutely. Don't really... Oh, we've got an arrival. Let's not talk about football for a minute. Let's deal with business to come. Business at the moment, I should say. Let me just also sort out the wonk on my monitor here. Right. Let's get your arrival. My good friend Paul just texted me some feedback. I'm so sorry, folks. For some reason, I keep punching myself in the microphone. Sound of Neo engines there, look. It's a colourful airport right now. So if we start on the edge, on the western edge here, a bit of Jet2, bit of Tues, Ryanair, Jet2, KLM, Jet2, and then EasyJet, etc, etc, etc. Another inbound. What you're looking at here is at 1,300 feet. It's in from Malaga, it's Jet2. It just got cleared to land, which is handy, because that does seem to be the intention. Can you see that? Bit of tyre rubber there, perhaps? Oh, good stuff, folks, good stuff. Let's have a look where we are. I think that will be it from us today. I hope very much you have enjoyed the stream. Delta Golf Alpha, really like this feed. It's a shame we don't get daily streams from Bristol, as we see in Manchester. I think you're the only Bristol streamer. Actually, Aviation Hunters do, and also Aviation Crew, who joined us today, said he does do a bit of that. So, thank you, Delta Golf Alpha. I am looking, tentatively, at an idea to do a solid week of streams, Monday to Friday, and we'll go all the way. And but I'm also working up an idea, so I need to talk to various people about that first. Just a quick review of the chat. New subscriber, so Delta Golf Alpha says a new subscriber here. Great stream, keep it up. Thank you ever so much, Delta Golf Alpha. Absolutely fantastic to have you with us. Let me just see if there's anything coming in. I think if my headphone cord gets caught around there and rips my ear off one more time today, I think there's going to be trouble. That's all I'm saying. No, we're pretty clear now for arrivals for a little bit, so I think we'll call it a day there, as I have some other duties today to conduct. Not least trying to find a job, my friends. If you know anybody who needs a good web developer, commercial experience, all manner of experience from lots of different things, very inventive, very clever, well, even if he does say so himself, and likes to tinker and do things like this, then let me know. Thank you very much for joining us today, folks. It's been great with the weather up and down, but lots of departures today, lots of arrivals, lots of good stuff. Thank you so much for joining us. It's just brilliant to all the new subscribers. It makes my heart glow, so thank you very much for taking the trouble to press that subscribe button if you are new today. It makes all the difference to any of us streamers here on YouTube. Thanks to some of the other guys who joined us today who are also streamers themselves. Aviation Crew, Love Aviation soon to be. Thank you very much. It's been great to have your company, and I shall enjoy tuning into your streams sometime soon. For us, we will be back next week here at Bristol Airport, probably Wednesday, so we can cover Tyler's flight to Antalya, I think. So we'll probably be around the normal time, and then we'll wait and cover Tyler's from the other end up at Winter's Lane, as per the request. And we're happy to do that for you if we can fit you in. Let us know if you're flying out of Bristol Airport or into Bristol Airport, or if you're a pilot, or if you're cabin crew, or even if you're one of these fantastic people over there who run around on the runway, well, not on the runway, hopefully, on the apron all day, making sure that the planes get away safely and turned around and all the passengers get off, etc, etc. Thank you so much. It's been brilliant to have your company today. I'm Danny, this is Planecaster, and see you next week. Take care. Bye.